Hello, hello, crafty chicks. It's Grace here. Today we're going to be working on a sweet as can be project. We did this one yesterday or the day before, and I'm going to do another little project that can go with this. Super cute. I created this, the border on this. I used a napkin. It's one of the napkins from the napkin bundles on my website. So I'm going to create another thing to go with this. So if you saw this the other day, if you're here and you saw us do this the other day, let me know that. Let me know if you're here from Craft Around the Clock. I am doing this presentation as part of Craft Around the Clock. That is a free group here on Facebook where you can go and kind of watch Crafting Around the Clock. It's loads of crafty, creative people, both men and women, who own creative businesses sharing their projects all day long. Tracy Campbell is our fearless leader, fantastic woman. She coordinates the schedule every day. It's posted every morning, and literally you can get up to 12 hours of crafting every day. So go ahead and join that group. That's what this is part of. Say hello when you get here so that I know that you're here. I'm going to grab the feed, make sure that it's working, and then we're going to get crafty. Let me know if you are here as part of Craft Around the Clock. If you're new here to the Comfy Nest with Grace, welcome, welcome. We'd love to know that and welcome you, Miss Crafty Chicks or Crafty. You know, crafty men are welcome too. It just happens to be that the majority of the people who are here are crafty chicks. So we welcome all, but I usually talk in terms of crafty chicks. There are some girls that I know. There's Miss Lindsay. Hello, Paula Dunn. Hello, hello. Elaine is here from Ohio. Thank you for sprinkling. She said she sprinkled. What she means by that is she shared, and thank you for doing that. It's one fantastic way to support a creative person here. Anywhere really on social media. One great way to support us if you're not able to financially support us by purchasing our products or signing up for our clubs or signing up for workshops, you can share our content, and that really helps us to meet new people who may be able to sign up for some of our stuff. So thank you for doing that. We appreciate it. Sometimes here we say we fluffed the nest. You may hear people say I sprinkled, I spread the blessings, I spread the joy. Any way you put it, we appreciate it. We so appreciate it. Hey, Wanda, text BFF. So what Wanda means is that she's on the texting service. You can do that. Take a snapshot now and go in and type this number into your texting service and just text me. You can text the word crafty chicks, crafty chick to me, and I'll get you signed up. Now here, I have a special offer for you guys. And this doesn't always happen, but I wanna let you know this is what I'm gonna do. I kind of messed something up. So I have a couple of membership groups, and one of them is called My Craft Crate. We're gonna get together on the 30th, which is the last Sunday of the month. We usually get together the last Sunday of the month. Well, we get together every month, but it's usually the last Sunday of the month. And we craft live together in a Zoom call, and I send them a box of supplies. I have 3 extra boxes here, so here's what I'm going to do. One of them I'm going to give away. This is the box from last month, and that's the project we did right there. The beautiful boho wall hanging, beaded wall hanging. So I have 1 extra kit for that. I'm going to give this away to one of the people who sign up for My Craft Crate for this month. So there's plenty of time. I have 2 extra boxes. So if you want to sign up for My Craft Crate and join us and try it this month, what I'm going to do right after this live, I am going to send a $10 off coupon to everybody on the texting service list. And whoever joins today from that or in the next couple of days will get $10 off their first month. 2 of you will be able to join us this month. And if these kits have sold, you'll just be in the group for next month's project. So I just wanted to say that quickly. Anybody who's in the texting service is going to get that $10 off coupon by text. When I'm done here, I probably will also share it. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just text it out to everybody. That'll be easy and fast way to get it out to all of you guys. Okay. So there's the scoop. So I'm going to create a little beaded tassel with a medallion on it to match this. So this Sweet as Can Be came from a set of transfer designs. It's a huge set actually. And when I did this, was it Saturday or Sunday, girls? I can't even remember. When I did this, I was letting you guys know that this was on the last chance list. It comes with 1 more design that I'm going to use today. I'm trying to get it for you. They're sticky, so it comes with this one as well. You guys, I have bad news. It's already sold out. So I apologize if I tried to warn you guys that it was last chance. Also last chance are the house cutouts. If you like these wooden house cutouts, they stand up on their own. They're double-sided. These are in the last chance. They are still available. The link to get those, I'm going to actually put the link in the comments for you guys. I think that would just be easier for you. Let me grab the feed, and then we're gonna create. I already got a messy mess going on here. We are gonna create. Look what I just did. We're gonna create a cute little medallion project with this. I gotta just grab my little rag so I don't get black paint all over my fingers. I will give you that link that I promised you. And then we're gonna get crafty. So now that all the business is out of the way. Hey, Bethy, there's my sister Beth is on. How fun is that? Beth, why aren't you working, my love? Do you have the day off? Oh, I imagine because of the holiday. My kids have the day off. So I imagine it's the holiday is the reason why. All right, I'm dropping in the comments the link to check out the last chance items if you want them. Okay, now that that's done, I'm real fancy about painting beads. I'm going to use a few different beads. Look at these beads that I do that all the time. My sister Kathy sent me these beads. They're like little, they look like little beehives. And this is a bee-inspired project. She sent these to me. And I don't really paint beads, but I tried it and it's working really good. So I'm going to show you how I did it. All I did was I strung up these beads. This is a skewer from the kitchen, just a bamboo skewer. And I put the beads on here so I could paint them. And to stop my, like when I was first doing it, they were touching my fingers and I was getting paint all over me. So I just used a piece of floral duct tape right there to create like a little stopper. That way the beads don't touch my fingers and then I can go in and paint them. Now, I am gonna be painting them with chalk paste. This is our erasable formula of chalk paste. You can erase it off non-porous surfaces, but I'm gonna use it to paint my little bead. I've already done the 4 of them, 3 of them black and 1 of them yellow, because I wanted to make sure it was going to work. I don't paint beads that often, and I wanted to make sure it was going to work. So I already painted a couple of them. I'm going to grab some of this paste. I'm watering it down a little so it spreads a little easier because it's a thicker formula. And all I did was I like come on here, and it's easy. Then it's easy when you get it on this little skewer. And it doesn't matter if the paint gets on the skewer, right? The paint or the paste. Look at how easy and fast that was. Done. I have tried the method of putting them in a bowl with acrylic paint and water. 2 things. I have not had much success with the consistency of that. Generally, the consistency for me isn't very good. That's the first thing. And second of all, it's messy. I'm not about the mess. Just not about the mess. This easy, clean, let it dry, you're done. Okay? So I'm all about easy and I'm all about not messy because I call myself sometimes the lazy crafter. Lazy and messy. Hey, Miss Lisa, text BFF. Elsie is spreading the blessings. Thank you, my love. I send you some hearts. Hey, Bronwyn, thank you for sprinkling. You guys are the best. You are the best. Hey, Kimmy. Hey, Marsha, and Jane is here. Thank you guys for joining me. Michelle ordered the houses, but no bees. Ugh, the bees are sold out. So when you go to my chalk site, I'm a chalk couture designer. That's separate, that's separate. I have my Comfy Nest site where I sell napkins and I have my membership clubs. That's the comfynestwithgrace.com. As a designer, I use the chalk couture system, and they give us a website. They do all the work for the website, thankfully, and they give us a website address for our own sales. And in that, when you go into the shop, there's a section called Last Chance. So if you shop regularly from any chalk site, make sure that you're checking that Last Chance section because the stuff that goes in there, it changes pretty often. I'm shocked that these little houses are going out. Truthfully, because they are so well loved. Look at how darling that is, you guys. I'm telling you, it's so cute. They are like a palette wood and they're thick and chunky. They're pretty on their own, so you don't even need to paint them. You could just design on them. Anyway, you get a pack of 2 and they're on the Last Chance. So even if it's not from my site, make sure you're checking that Last Chance tab so you don't miss out on anything. Hello, Marsha, and Sandra's here. Who else did I miss saying hello to? Hey, Donna, she says that's cute. Oh, Paula said, every live I try to watch is freezing up on me. We don't like that. You know, two things. The weather has been crazy in a lot of places, high winds. I wonder if that's affecting people's service, like cell service, mobile service, or Wi-Fi even. I'm not sure. I'm not very technical, but that's one thing. The other thing is sometimes it helps to go out of Facebook completely, like log out, close the app, get off the website, and come back in. That sometimes resets things. Might be worth a try. Ashton says, love Chocateur. Me too, me too. I've been a designer since the company started in 2017, and it's been a blast. I just really love the designs. I love the products. They're super fun. Hey, Jeannie Clifton, great Wi-Fi on the ship. And once we're at sea, so I'm getting to watch you. She's in Nassau, Bahamas this morning. Jeannie's living her best life. Woohoo! I'm so glad. She told us the other day she was on a cruise, or leaving for a cruise that next day. Yay, Jeannie! We're so excited for you. Hey, in Indiana, Miss Elsie. Hello, new to the page from Indiana. Hello, Miss Linda Wells. Fran is sprinkling. Thank you, my good friend, Fran Reardon. Ashton loves this method because it's less messy. I mean, I'm all about things being less messy. And you can come back, like if it dries and you feel like you need more, you just come back and put it back on there. It's so easy. Why wouldn't you? Don't make it harder on yourself, ladies. Don't overthink things. Don't make it harder. We're all about ease and fun and enjoyment with our creations. It should never be pressure. It should just be fun. Okay, speaking of fun, I have this little, it's just a birchwood circle, but I painted it beforehand because just for the sake of saving time. That's what I am going to chalk on. But I think I'm going to put something down because this is so dry, this birchwood circle. I'm going to come over this. Let me grab my stencil. I'm going to put the Be Yourself. I don't have room for the honey, but I can fit Be Yourself on here. So I'm going to put that on here, but I wonder if I shouldn't. These are adhesive and they're reusable. Okay. You can see I've already used this once. It's a little stained. I probably used it more than once, but they're adhesive. You use our chalk products with it and they're made to go with the system. So then you can just clean these off in the sink with water. You let them dry. You stick them back on their backing because they're like little stickers, and then you can reuse them over and over again. But because they're sticky, you want to make sure that what you're chalking on, that it doesn't stick like too strongly to that. So I might put a little coat of, I think I'm going to use Mod Podge just because I'm being lazy. You can use wax. You can use like a clear wax. You can use Mod Podge. You can use anything that would be like a top coat, okay, before you go in with your transfer. I don't always do this. I'll be totally honest with you. I've been doing this for a long time and I don't always top coat. It really does depend on the surface, and that information, like that decision, I kind of make it on the fly with the project that I'm working on. Oh, I got like a little lint ball right there. Not lint, but like a thread kind of thing. So over time, I've kind of learned for myself what I'm comfortable with for using for top coats and what I like to use for protecting my transfers if necessary. Now, if you're using the Chocateur surfaces, you won't have to worry about that at all. But when you're using non-Chocateur surfaces, you just want to think a little bit about, okay, how is that going to react with my sticky transfer? That's all. It's easy breezy, and it gets easier with time, just like any other creating and crafting. Am I being seen this time or not? Candy, we can see you. Everybody say, hey, Candy. Hello, Candy, we can see you. Okay, while that is drying, while this is drying, I'm going to get this mess put aside because I don't want to get any paint, any of that. I'm done with the black paint. I'm done with painting those beads. I'm going to put that aside. Now, I want to make a darling little tassel. And I was thinking, I put on my little thinking cap. I was thinking because I made this bow out of black ribbon, white ribbon, baker's twine, and this yarn. So I think I'm going to use this yarn, and I'm going to use my baker's twine, which that's what's in here, to create a tassel. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. So Let's do it. I think there is a way that you should start these these things of yarn, and I'm not a big yarn, crafter with yarn, so I probably screw it up sometimes. So if you are a yarn lover and you know that I think you're supposed to start it from here, but I didn't do that obviously, so I'm just gonna do my thing. Okay, I'm gonna make this tassel. I just use my fingers. You can use a piece of cardboard. You can use anything you have on hand. Like you could use a piece of cardboard like this and wrap your yarn when you're making tassels around a piece of cardboard. That's one way to do it. I don't think I have a piece of cardboard thick enough for what I want. Because however long you make these loops is how long your tassel is going to be. So I'm going to use my 4 fingers. That's just because it's easy. And I'm just going to start wrapping. And I'm going to do a little bit of the yarn. And then I'm going to tie in a little bit of the baker's twine. We're going to do both. Because I thought it would be cute. It would match my... Let's see, I'm stuck now. I'm stuck. Come on, baby doll. Let me have some more. I think it would be cute to mix them just like I had it mixed in that bow. So I'm just going to do a bunch. I'm not counting. I'm going by my eyeball. Like, do you like that much? I'm not even going to cut that yet. I'm going to come in with my baker's twine. I've never done this before. I've never mixed 2. But let's do it. Why not? Let's try it. Woo, I'm mixing the 2. I'm just winging it, girls. I don't know. That's going to be, I think I want more black and white in there. All of this is going to create your tassel. All of this stuff that's around your fingers is going to create your tassel. Okay. That could be cute. That could do it. Now, I want to tie this off before I do anything. Where are my scissors? I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this. And I think I'm going to use the baker's twine to make my tassels. So I'm going to take a whole bunch of this and tie this off. There are about a gazillion different ways you can create tassels. So you can YouTube it, you can watch other creators, you can come up with your own plan. There's about a gazillion ways to do this. And truthfully, I've done it a bunch of different ways. I don't think there's any wrong or right way. It's just whatever works for you, right? Like, do what works. Don't overthink it. Don't spend too much time analyzing. This is going to become our tassel. We're going to end up cutting this loop. I'm going to cut this ultra long because this is where I'm going to put my beads. So I need this really long. It's way longer than I need, but this I know is going to be where my beads are going to go. In the meantime, so I don't want to cut this. That's why I made it extra long, so it's really obvious to me. Here go my scissors, not to cut it. Okay, I'm going to cut this, all these loops. We're just going to come in here and we're going to cut them. I have a lot of mess here, like that angle was not good for my wrist. Okay, this is going to become my tassel and it's very messy. These are the tails where I left off with my wrapping. Not going to worry about that right now. What I want to do is to create my little tie on here that creates the tassel part. And so I'm going to tie this on here, and you can loop it. You can loop it a bunch of times to make this really wide. Totally up to you. I'm going to just do it a couple of times. I'm not going to go super fancy. I'm trying to keep this as easy as possible and quick. When we present as part of Craft Round the Clock, the way it works, there are crafters going until like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., midnight sometimes. So I don't want to ever get like someone's coming up right after me, and I don't want to get in his or her way and kind of monopolize their time in the group. So we all try to stick to the times that we've been allotted, which is a 45-minute slot. So I'm going to try to stick to that. Here's my little tassel. How cute. And you can arrange, like if you want more of the black and white over here, just pull on them. I'm going to get a super sharp scissor because I want to get a really nice cut right here to get those all about the same length. So there's a little cute black and white and yellow tassel. This is what we're going to bead on, okay? And then we're going to decorate. Cool, it's so cute and so fun. Yippee, Candy says, yes, we can see you. Look at everybody. Melissa, we can see you. We can see you. Okay. Okie Smoky. So I have this. I put a little bit of Mod Podge on this side. I'm going to put this aside for now. Let's get this chalked. So I have my little Be Yourself, and it's not going to fit horizontally. I'm going to have to stack it. So I'm going to do the yourself part first. I want that way. I'm going to stick it on here, and you can see it fits. So I'm going to do the yourself part first, and then I might lower it just a little on here if I can. And then I'll do the be part, the word be. And then if we have time, I'm going to embellish it a little bit. No, I got to lift it just a little higher to get the Y on there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to use the squeegee. I'm going to grab my bit of chalk paste and put it on the squeegee. And then you just, I want to push on this and make sure it's nice and strongly down on there. And then we're just going to push that paste through the design, whatever design you choose. And there are lots of them. I have way more paste than I need.
3 o'clock.
All right, there we go. We're going to take off our excess and peel this off. Look at how easy that is. That's going to be really cute. I'm going to let that dry and we'll come back to it. So sometimes with our projects, you're going to go back and forth, right? I need to let that dry before I can do the next part, because that's, if I touch it, it's chalk paste and it is, you can erase it off non-porous surfaces, but I want this to stay permanent. But I need to let it dry. It's like paint. You need to let it dry before you go on to the next part. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. While that's drying, let's bead this up a little bit. This is really long, but that's okay. I think I'm going to use, I've got 3 black beads, 2 yellow beads, 3 black beads, 2 yellow, and I think I'm going to throw in some whites. Let's see. Let's grab a few whites and just see. Black and white ones are plaid. That could be cute. And listen, there's always, I always say, you know, you do you. Like whatever you think would be cute, that's what you should do. Here's a tip for you. Here's a tip for you. When you have trouble beading something because this starts to like unthread, what I use is just a little bit of glue. You can tape them. I find the tape to be cumbersome, so I just take a little bit of a glue stick and I twirl this in my fingers the same direction that the thread has been wound. And then it creates like a little needle out of your thread that you can very easily get this in the holes without it fraying on you. I don't know what order I want these. I don't know. I think I'm going to do a white one. This is so long. I made it ultra long because I didn't want to run out. Here we go. We'll do black one. I kind of had a plan and now I forget what I was planning. Let's do a black one. And then I think I'm going to do all of the bee looking ones, and then I'm going to add one white one at the end. Yellow, black, yellow. And you could top coat these if you want to. Girlfriends, I am not top coating beads. You could if you wanted, but I just told you I'm the less lazy girl. And listen, for as much wear and tear that this is going to get, now if you have a 1-year-old who's going to be constantly picking up these beads and playing with them, yes, you probably want to do that. But I promise you, my kids aren't going to, they usually will leave it alone. They may knock it off the counter playing Nerf gun wars, but they're not going to play with it necessarily. So this has a little bit, sometimes this happens in your wood beads, they get a little bit clogged inside the bead with the wood, and I just usually use my X-Acto knife. You need to get something skinny and sharp and down in there so you can knock out that excess. I'm going to add a little more glue to this. I love the tassel. I make them for everything, Debbie said. Hi from Mississippi, just got on. Thank you, Donna. She says it looks cute. Hello, Miss Donna. Thanks for being here with us. This one just for some reason does not want to go through. Okay. I think that's a good length. and super cute with the black and white. And we can ruffle this up and fussy with that later, get it fluffed up. But I think that's all I'm gonna do here. Let's go back to our little medallion. Text BFF. Hey, Deborah Garnett. Thanks for being here. Ellen says, I'm just hopping on. What you making? Well, first of all, hello, Miss Ellen. I am making a beaded tassel medallion thingy to go with this little creation, this little house that we made the other day. So they're gonna coordinate. I just painted the beads. Yes. Rana wants to know, did you paint the beads? I just did it. So you can go back and watch the replay and how I did that a minute ago. Janice, excuse me, asking the same question. So I'm so glad you guys are asking these questions. Oh, Sharita says, did you see the cute snowman beads from Amazon? No. Share them in the Craft Therapy Club, Sharita. Show us in the group, like post that in the group so we can all see. Thanks, Jana. So cute, Debbie says. So cute, Jana says. Oh. Hey there, Amanda. How are you? Are you speaking Craft Therapy Club member? Hey, ladies. You're not going to see a whole lot of this underneath here, but if it pokes through it all, it'll be super cute poking through. You can always use whatever yarn, embroidery thread. You could use fishing line. You could use jute rope, whatever you have on hand to make these beaded tassels. But I think the tassel part works out better if it's skinnier. You know, I've tried it with really thick twine before to see if it would work like jute rope, and it didn't look great. So I think you're gonna get more movement with your tassel if it's something thinner. That's just my opinion, but I always say, you do you. Okay, I need to finish the little medallion. So here's the little medallion. I just chalked that on there, and I just wanna see, it's dry, it is dry. Okay, so I'm gonna come in with my, this is dry too. This should be dry. I don't wanna get any of that on here where I don't want it. So I'm gonna clean this really quickly. I guess you'll see how easy these are to clean. Come on, string, move over. It's a silk screen transfer and it's reusable. So all I need to do to clean it is to get my water and wet it, and then you just wash it off. That's it, girls. There's nothing too fancy happening here. That's all you need to do. And that paste comes right off. We have an erasable formula and a permanent formula. So you can chalk on just about anything. I actually really like using chalk like this system. I really like using it like in addition to other craft supplies. I like mixing it with other craft supplies. I'm gonna dry this really quick on a very low setting. You do not wanna heat this, it's plastic. You don't wanna melt it, you don't wanna melt your sticky. So I'm not using the heating part of that tool, I'm just using the air to dry it, perfect. Okay, now, it's stuck on itself. I'm gonna put this here, just a little piece of paper to protect that, and I'm gonna put the bee, I want this a little lower because I wanna put it right above. Like right there. No, I'll be too low if I do that. I can see right through it, so it makes it easy. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. This is just protecting the words that I just chalked on there from like coming up at all. Because I haven't top coated it, I just chalked it on there. And this is a sticky transfer, so we don't want to get anything on there that is not supposed to be. To pull it up. Okay, there's the bee. Easy breezy, done with the chalk paste. I can put this away. We're gonna peel this back. Whoops, I don't want to smudge it. Put that aside so I can clean it later. And now we have Be Yourself. Now what I was thinking would be really cute, let's see what we're doing for time. I fussy cut out of that napkin. So I told you I used a napkin the other day to decoupage on the top and bottom of this house. It's just a napkin. Then I cut out some of these little napkins, the little bees from the napkins, and I thought it would be really cute to just apply one onto my little project. So I'm gonna decoupage a couple of these bees onto some, this is watercolor paper. I'm just gluing them on here. And I'm top coating them as I glue them. They're really teeny tiny little bees. So I'm going under and then I'm going over with a little bit of the Mod Podge, okay? Under and over. Anybody else like to craft with napkins? I mean, if you're here at the Comfy Nest as a regular crafty chick, you know, many of you are in my Napkin Lovers Club quarterly box. So that's going out tomorrow. Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow. Napkin Lovers Club boxes. It's a quarterly box going out tomorrow. I'm so excited about it. So yes, I love creating with napkins. This is just, I just cut 3 of those little bees out, put them on watercolor paper, glued them down. That's all that is there. And then we're gonna cut them out to use them on our little medallion. So they're gonna be like little, hopefully little pop-up bees, but I think I'm only gonna fit 1 or 2. We'll see. While that's drying, you know what I forgot? Hang tight, girls. Hold up. I forgot my crocodile. I forgot this. I make all kinds of noise when I create. Okay, I need a little hole in this, so, and I forgot this tool. So while that's drying, let me make my little hole. Where do I want it to be? Like right there. Okay, that's done. All right, we got our hole on our medallion. We got our little bees. They're drying. They're dry. Perfect. I'm going to fussy cut these out, guys. Okay, what does that mean? I'm just cutting around the little bee. And now it's on cardstock, so it's not napkin anymore. It's cardstock thickness, like a die cut almost. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to fussy cut around the wings and around the bee. I don't know. I had this idea. I hope it works because I think it would be really cute to coordinate. My family's making a lot of noise. They're all home, even my husband's home. You guys, so they're noisy when they're here. I love them. I do love them. If they're listening, please don't take it the wrong way. I'm just used to being here alone. Okay, I did a pretty good job, except this one wing is a little funky. He's got a wonky wing. I want to round it off a little bit more. This is there. Challenge in my old eyes. Cute little bee. And I was thinking this would just be cute to like put right there, right? So let me grab. I have these little squares that I've had forever and ever. They're double-sided foam little square pieces, and I've had them like literally forever and ever in a day. I'm going to cut just a little chunk of one of these, just big enough to go on the back of the bee so that he's going to kind of pop up off this little medallion. We got 15 minutes. We're in good shape. I had to check my time, make sure I'm not going over it all. Okay, now my little pop-up is sticking out a little. It's like your undies are sticking out, little girl. You gotta stick that thing back in there. Okay, how cute is this? It's gonna go on our little medallion. Look. No, my mesh, no, it will not be ruined. No, Janet, she said if your mesh thing's dry, it'll be ruined. No, honey. Look. Oh, Janet, I dropped my chair. Okay, look. Crash, boom, bang. Okay. This is the one I used the other day. That's the one that I used on this the other day. It's been sitting here for a couple of days. It will not ruin it. I'm just going to go put it in water. I spray it. I let it sit for like 5 minutes with water on top of it in the sink. Not soaking in water, just a little bit of water on top. And then I use my board eraser and I just clean it right off. It will. I've been doing this for 4 years. I promise you, Janet, it will not ruin it. I promise you. It will not get ruined. You guys, crash, boom, bang. Go ahead. It's okay. I see a little laugh emoji come across the screen. Beads go flying. Things like I dropped my scissors. I dropped a bead. I dropped my chair. That's why I always say crash, boom, bang. Always here. Why don't you have a crocodile when you can use for holes? Oh, what can you use for holes if you don't have a crocodile? Oh, you could drill a hole. I think you could probably drill a hole with a drill. It's just a lot harder to control. Also on my chalk site, there is a hole puncher that will go through this birch wood just fine. And you can grab that tool if you want to. That's another punching tool if you don't have that big one. Hey, Cheryl Dupuis, how are you? Janet says, that's good. Learning something new every day, Grace, mostly from you. That makes my heart happy. Look at my little pop-up bead. Look at that, so cute, you guys. I wonder if I could fit another one down at the bottom, and maybe that's going to be enough. Let's tie this together on our beaded tassel. I'm going to tie a knot. Okay, I definitely do not need this to be this length. I do not need it this long, and it's getting in my way now. So, Gracie Grew, it's time to cut this down. I'm just going to make it more manageable. We can use this for something else later. Okay, this is going to go on this side of this project. So one side is going to have the tassel. The other side is going to have the medallion. Oh, I meant to tie a little knot first. I do want to tie a knot just to get my beads knotted on here well, so they don't budge on me. Okay, I'm going to do a double knot so it's nice and hearty. It's a little hearty knot. You can control where your knot goes. There, so I just did a big double knot right there. Normally I don't like, you can, totally up to you, put your knot right against the top of your bead, but then you will have no movement. Like, these won't move at all. And I think I'm such a visual, tactile person that I like the movement. I like them to be able to be like moved around. You can get it so tight that if I squeeze this really tight, you'll see this will just be one stiff line. It's harder for me to get it to bend and move because I'm pulling really tight on that line. You could put your knot that far down and make that one stiff line of beads, but I really like them to be movable. So I leave a little bit of extra space above my bead. Just FYI, just something to think about. Okay, here we go. We're gonna put this on the end, and I might even jazz it up a little bit more than this. Let's just see. This is going to be, and again, I don't want it too tight on here. That's just me. You do you, I do me. We're all happy. You just do it the way you want. Don't ever second guess yourself, really. Just have fun with it. Okay. I'm going with a little extra room here. Tying it twice, so it's a nice little knot. So we have the little medallion on one side, we've got the beads, and we've got this guy on the other side. This will lay on the counter, right, next to the other project, but now I'm going to clean it up a little. So I'm going to cut this off. And right in here, I thought I would do like a little, I think I'm going to put a little bow to match what we did on the house. So let's just see about creating a little bow with some of the same ribbons that I used the other day. I don't know how I'm going to attach this, but I think it would be really cute to have it there. So I had a bunch of this cute, it's like really skinny ribbon with, there, that's all I need from there. And then I'm going to put the white in the back because it's the widest. Then the black, nice contrast. I'm going to put these, and then I'm going to add, this is my leftover, a few of these. I'll do 4 because they're really striking, and I call them tendrils. They're like little tendrils hanging out from your project. And then let's grab some of our yarn. This is exactly what I did on the top of the house, so I'm not reinventing anything here. I'll use one of these to tie it all together. We'll create a little messy bow that we can attach to our project. I think I can do this in front. I'm trying to decide if I want this knot in the front or in the back. I think I'm going to do it in the front so that I can include these cute little ribbons. Okay, I gotta get it together. You can always readjust like the length of things. You can cut things down if you don't like the way that they're cut. So we got this cute little bow. If you don't like the way that they're sized on here, yeah, this will be really cute here. And I can just cut it back if it's a little too big, we can cut it back. Now I think I should be able to, I know what I'll do. I'm going to create a long length of the baker's twine on the back of this, and this is how I'm going to tie it onto the top of my tassel rope. There we go. Then we're going to go like this, and you can use a bead of glue to hold this in place, but I think I'm just going to tie it in place like this. This will sit at the top of, like in between, like that. And now I can see it's way too long, so we're just going to give it a little haircut. Like, I don't want it going over my bee yourself, but I want it on top, positioned on the top of it, but I don't want it to like obscure it. So I'm going to cut down. I'm like taking all of these long tendrils, and we're just going to give it a little, I call it giving it a haircut. These are a little bit too long. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, so now we've got, I didn't end up needing all of my bees, but that's okay. I was ready for everything. Okay, so now, hey Maureen, Beth says cute. I'm glad you like it. Janet says cute. So if this moves around on you, because it will, it's like, it's gonna be willy-nilly. What I would do, and I don't have my hot glue gun going, or you can just use craft glue. You could just put a little bead of glue on the back of your bow here, right? And what I would do is, and I'll turn this on, see if I can get it done while we're still live. And then just smoosh that back there, and that will hold it in place. I like it in between the two, like this is in between. We've got lots of movement here. We got the tassel here, and let's separate these a little more, the black and whites, so that they kind of mix in with the yellow tassel a little more. I'm gonna cut, this is where I tied it together. I'm gonna cut these off because I don't need these little wings hanging off there. And this, like I said, you can always trim it down. Like if you're feeling like these parts are all too long, too big, just trim them down. I don't want this one here. There. Okay, so now we have this little cutie. How cute for a tiered tray to have this and this next to it. Do you like it? Do you like it? I hope you like it. It's really cute. What a cute little set. Oh, and I did think I had pulled these out. So in the middle of this bow, I used that little sparkly medallion, like that little, it's just a sticker, you guys, that I got from Michael's. It's just one of these stickers from Michael's. That's all. Let's put one of those on there. So again, because it's like I'm trying to make a coordinated little decor set here. So 2 different lives, but we're creating this coordinated little decor set. And I'm going to put that again right in the middle of my bow, so that my bow on here matches the bow on the house. And I use the same bumblebee from my napkin to add to my little bee yourself medallion. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so darling. Ashton says, I love it. I'm so glad you love it. Thank you for saying so. Maureen says, adorable. Thanks for saying so, you guys. Love it as usual, Gia says. You guys are so sweet. Thank you to everybody who sprinkled. One last time, I want to tell you, look at all the bees. Sue, those bees are so cute. So stinking cute, Jarita says. Tammy, this transfer is now sold out. I did this live the other day to kind of give you guys like a heads up. This is selling out. It's in the last chance section. So use the link that I gave you. I'll put it in the comments again. Use that link that I gave you. Go check out the last chance section. The houses are in the last chance section. The houses will be gone. Once they sell out, they are being retired, as is that whole bee transfer set. So I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that that's what happened, but that's what's happening. I'm going to share this little link with you one more time in the comments, so you can go check out the last chance stuff on my chalk site, and just message me. If you got questions that I can help with, please just message me. I'm happy to help out. I want to tell you one last time, if you're not on the texting service, get on it now. I'm going to be sending $10, a $10 coupon, $10 offer for anybody who wants to join my craft crate. I have 2 extra boxes for this month's project, which is a surprise. You don't find out the surprise until you get your box. Although once all the members get their box in a couple of days, because they've already shipped out, I will reveal it to everybody. I have 2 extra boxes. So 2 people, well, anybody who signs up in the next couple of days, you'll get $10 off your first month. This is the project that we did last month, the beaded decor hanging there. And I'm gonna give one of those kits away. I have 1 extra kit. So anybody who signs up in the next couple of days for my craft crate, I'm going to put your name in and one of you will win that. And usually when I do that, there are 3 or 4 people who sign up. So it's usually a pretty darn good chance, like a 25 to 30% chance that you win. I can't guarantee that, but that's kind of how it is. So here's my phone number. Yeah, so thank you for asking that, Rana. Take a snapshot of the screen, text me the word Crafty Chicks to this number. And in a little while, I'm going to send out, when I'm done here and cleaned up, I'm going to send out a text message to everybody on this texting service with that $10 off. Anybody who wants can sign up. I have 2 kits available for this month. So the first 2 people will get the kit. And then anybody else who signs up, you'll be in for next month's project. And your name will also go in to win that beaded tassel project. And the video recording for that is in the private group for members of my craft crate. So those folks will be able to, you'll be able to finish that project if you win it. You'll be able to finish it from following the directions from the live craft session that we did in my craft crate. So, yay! I'm so glad you guys were here. Okay, let's see. Any last minute questions? Hello. Welcome, everybody. Here's that phone number one more time. Okay, you guys, have a beautiful, blessed day. Thanks for being here. Go over to Craft Around Your Clock and enjoy more crafting and creating, and just go create something pretty that brings your heart joy. That's the only advice I have for you today. Talk to you later.